All right. Oh!
Great beginning. What the?
This is apropos. This is part of his act.
Part of the script.
It's oh no.
It is.
Oh no. Oh no. How did this fall? Gosh. Oh, gosh.
This is gold. You can't.
This
Don't look away. Do not.
Oh gosh.
You okay?
No.
Nobody look away. Don't close your eyes.
We can't. It's a train wreck here. Literally.
You might miss something.
This is masterful. This is masterful. This is
how I felt in Miami. This is how I felt in Miami.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
this is exactly how it went. Off the rails from the jump.
This. I don't believe this. Are you kidding me right now? That thing just kept tumbling down. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I gotta oh gosh. I'm like covered in bourbon now. Fell on my sleeve. Oh my gosh.
This is brilliant. Like, this is like jaw-dropping.
I did this on purpose. Come on. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. What a way to begin the final show of the season. Holy smokes. It's your boy, Big Reg, coming to you once again from the shadow of the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And man, oh man, what a disastrous start to the last show for the 2021 Michigan Wolverines football season. Holy smokes, folks. We thought we were going to be doing a wrap-up of a Michigan victory in the college football semifinals. And we thought we were going to be launching into 2022 on a happy note, singing Glory Hallelujah as we marched on to the final battle versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. But yet, it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. The Michigan Wolverines got off to a rocket start just like we did tonight. Holy smokes. And they got shellacked by the Georgia Bulldogs 34-8. No, 11? 11. 34-11, I believe. And so we are left here. Instead of looking forward, we're going to have to look back at a season where, you know what? None of us thought it would turn out this way. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I thought that we would be playing next week when the season began, but you know what? Fell a little bit short of our goal. But I'm still proud to raise my glass to the Michigan Wolverines for being the Big Ten champions in the 2021 football season. So I'll start with that, and then I'll turn it over to you folks. Oh, I didn't introduce anybody. Holy smokes. That's how out of sorts I am. Wow. Wow. That's my bad. Joining us as always first, our man on the inside, the one, the only, producer Jay Bizzle.
Let me tell you, going to Fort Lauderdale, Miami was the highlight of my 2021 year, all the way up until December 31st, 7:30 p.m. It was a magnificent trip, full of exclusives. We'll talk about those later. But hey, this is a new year, new time. Let's go.
There you go. Oh, producer JB becoming a Michigan insider as the days go by. Next, joining us, the one, the only, JC from Sunnyside.
Oh, what's going on, Big Reg? What a ride. What a ride this year. What a ride. Even though it was a disappointing end, lots to celebrate. I feel like this is an inflection point in our Michigan football culture. So even though it stung, I think we got a lot to look forward to, a lot to celebrate looking back. And I got to say also, JC from Sunnyside even outdid himself with some on-the-mark predictions this year. So just going to put that out there.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. This guy must have been doing yoga over the break. He's increased flexibility for patting himself on the back is even more impressive than when the season ended. Holy cow. Next, joining us, as always, from a prone position, the one, the only, nameless guest.
It's good to be here. New year comes with some bittersweet feelings here. Happy in a sense that we're about to enjoy a much-deserved little vacation as we wrap up the season. But it's been good. It's been fun. And I'm looking forward to just summarizing. I think you nailed it. A season that we did not foresee coming. And it was very fun.
Oh, well put, well said. And finally joining us, the man that went through a lot of emotions this season. Oh, he was hoping he was wrong so many weeks. And he turned out to be wrong quite a bit this season. And we wish he was wrong this last game, but you know what? Wait, no, he predicted a Michigan victory, I think, didn't he? So yeah, you know what? Our luck ran out with his predictions this last game. It's the one, the only Mr. Squarehead.
The ultimate embarrassment. This was not a disappointing loss. It was utterly embarrassing to watch that game, to talk to folks after the game. I'm thinking about putting my name into the transfer portal. And if any other YouTubers are out there who are looking for a Mr. Squarehead, contact me. Just I'm thinking about the transfer portal and how glorious it would be to be a Bulldog or a Crimson Tide right now. Utterly embarrassing. All I got.
Wow. I wish I could just roll back the tape of how you reacted after we won versus OSU. Oh, the jubilation that you felt in your heart that day, the pure, unfiltered emotions that you let out, the things that you said that day. I hold in my heart. Whenever you say such hurtful words. So I'll leave it at that. Gentlemen, there's one bright side to that game. Well, let's just say this. The Michigan Wolverines outscored the Georgia Bulldogs 8-7 in the second half. So we can't blow past that. Sure, they outscored us 27-3 the first half. But, if the game was a little bit longer, I think we would have eventually gotten them, to tell you the truth. So I raise my glass to that.
There is a picture worth 1,000 words in terms of how many pictures I took before the start of this game. Obviously, I flew down for the game, got tickets the day before the game. Prices were initially steadily going down. Then all of a sudden, the last 2 days before the game jumped up mightily because I think there was a lot of people still wanting to go. Got some great seats, second floor club level. Shout out to PU for getting the tickets. Excitement does not describe the moments before the game. And if you looked at the stadium, I don't know if the camera panned during the game, 3/4 of that stadium was yellow. 3/4 of it. And we were shocked to see how much blue and yellow was there. And then it just all fell apart. There's times where I've gone to a game. I went to Michigan, Alabama at the Dallas Stadium. That was a rout too, but honestly, I thought we still had a fighting chance in that game. This one was just from the start, just nonstop. I just started laughing. There was a Georgia fan right behind me, and at one point, I just couldn't do the competitor type of attitude anymore. I just had to laugh, and then he pat me on the shoulder, being like, "Sorry, man. I know how it feels to lose in a certain situation." But still, he was, that Georgia team was playing lights out and we were playing lights off. That's basically what it turned into. Exposure in terms of the weaknesses in our defense, exposure on the offense. I mean, schematically, both offensively and defensively, is just a shell shock. But despite
No
that,
buts. I wonder what the head of the snake was doing for the past month when he should have been watching every single Georgia game 5 times. I wonder what he was doing. What was he planning for? What was he doing, huh?
despite all of that, the glimmer of hope, in the legs of JJ McCarthy, my boy. If you could see any example of Michigan having the talent to be able to compete at this level, it's in JJ McCarthy. That was well versed. He should have started a lot more earlier. Um, I I have hope. I have hope, but there's a lot of work to be done.
Any hope got crushed. Come on, man. Utterly dominated on both sides of the line. Our defensive line put no pressure on that quarterback. There were several plays where Georgia's quarterback was literally standing in the pocket. I thought my cable froze. He was just literally standing there looking for an open receiver because there's zero pressure. Utterly dominated on both sides of the line. Don't sugarcoat anything.
So I don't know. I don't know if there was such a difference in talent level. I think what Georgia did was take advantage of the opportunities. The running back and the linebacker matchup, they exploited that. Vincent Gray, I don't know what he's doing. That was a boneheaded play. The fumble, the 2 turnovers to start the second half. I mean, it was just one thing after the other. It was just mistakes, miscues. We couldn't really get pressure because they were just getting rid of the ball quickly to the flats, the screens. We just didn't adjust, and then we just out of rhythm, out of sequence. We're out of schedule. You know, we can't play our game. We're trying to play catch up with a quarterback that really can't, air it out. So I think it just snowballed, and then second half we outscored them. But yeah, we scored a touchdown against the second stringers. It was just a bad night, But I still think that we still have or had a lot of talent. And I don't think we were outmatched physically. I'm not going to say that.
Then
I don't know, man.
Say what it is, man. If it's not talent discrepancy, then it's coaching. Then call it out. Our coaching, we were out coached. Call it what it is. If it's not a talent thing, call out the coaches.
Well, I do think that on the defensive side of the ball, we just couldn't make the adjustment to cover the sideline to sideline, and we kept running the corner in when they would still pass it over to the screen, to the flat. We just couldn't adjust. But then they had the right matchups. They set up the right matchup. Running back on our linebacker, Colson got burned. Over the top help didn't come our way, and he got burned. So
My opinion,
I think it was bad coaching.
I gotta I don't know. The way I see it is that reason why they had such favorable matchups, and there were multiple and many, is because talent gap. I actually confess, I think I underestimated just how vast the talent gap was. I do think that we were exposed. We do have a lot of talent, but they just have that much more. And they were on top of that. I mean, they executed, they were on, they were not fragile and, chink in the armor theory. No, they came out on fire, blistering, and they executed. And it was a bad matchup. On top of that, you know how Iowa didn't match up well with us? They were kind of dead from the jump versus Michigan. And anyway, we would have a chance in this kind of a game would have been with JJ and an air it out assault. But that we're not built for that. We got to the Big Ten championship. We bludgeoned the Buckeyes. We cremated the Hawkeyes. I mean, we did it with our game, with smash mouth football. That's how we were built. And it took us this far, and it was freaking awesome. But to beat Georgia on that night, you needed to be like Bryce Young in Alabama. And we weren't built that way, and we certainly didn't give it a go game plan wise. I don't think we could have anyways.
I think they wanted it more. They were coming off a loss, number one team the entire year. And they wanted this. We were not expected to be here, so maybe we're happy to be here. I do remember Squarehead saying that, we were spending the entire month of December just celebrating awards, and maybe that had something to do with it. We were just happy to be there, and then but once we got down 17-0, it's tough to come back against that defense out of schedule.
There was a point in time where there was one pass that Cade had to the to a run. It was, I think, Hassan Haskins who was going out for a wheel route, and if you remember, the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage because they knew Cade has a low throw motion, and they just jumped up and they knocked it down, and they knocked down several passes during that game. But if that one pass got to Hassan Haskins, that would have been at least a 60-yarder, if not a touchdown. That was there. And I think that's when the air just like let out of the whole team and seeing like a possible play break out and kind of break this 14-0 beginning part. Like I said, the crowd was electric before the game started in that first quarter, still very electric. But after that first quarter happened, it was dead silent. All you heard was Georgia out there. In 3/4 of the stadium filled. It kind of also brings to my point that the people who go to these games, I really am starting to almost not like. I don't think it's the Michigan crowd that we need at these kind of games. I think it's just almost a family affair / like whoever is rich enough to be able to afford it to go down to these games, and it's not the diehard fans that we need to be able to get it. If I compared that game versus OSU first quarter, completely different in terms of atmosphere. And it's sad to see such fandom going there, and then obviously being disappointed with the effort and results of what's happening. But I mean, if any chance we had to kind of get back in the game, the crowd was just not there. The atmosphere was just not there for that to happen. And almost after the first half, I kind of already knew that we were not going to make it and we were not going to win this game. But oh man.
What you're telling me when the score was 27-3 at halftime, you almost knew you weren't going to make it?
It was over, dude.
Come on, man. We should have been down 34-3 if that quarterback didn't mismanage the clock at the end. They would have easily scored another touchdown there with a little over 2 minutes left at the first half.
I could have.
Come on, man. JJ's athletic. He's got an arm, but you got to admit he throws fastballs when he needs to put some touch on balls. He's not that accurate either.
I think he had a way better chance than Cade did. Cade was not. This was not Cade's game. That was not going to work.
Yeah, but JJ needs to know when to go down because he got hammered.
Yeah,
got hammered, and so did Corum. It was disappointing, but again, I'm not disappointed in the season. JJ, I think, is our future. I think Cade, thank you for a good season, for being a little bit of, an honorable mention breakout player of the year for the Michigan football team. But I think to elevate us to the next level, I think we saw, right? It's got to be JJ. It's got to be JJ.
Yep. 100%. Andrell, Edwards, the young guns. It's your time. It's got to be JJ. 100%. I mean, Cade and others can get us through the Big Ten gauntlet, but if we're serious about next level, and I mean, frankly, I don't know, you can make a jump even in one season, but you got to string together top talent. I mean, it is going to be part of the deal to get you over the hump. There's no way to compete with that SEC juggernaut. I mean, it's just for real. I mean, who can do it? Nobody's been able to.
I mean, we're still going to have the best O-line in the country next year.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Are you serious?
The Boone Award again. Come on, man.
Stop this nonsense about best O-line, best D-line. We got utterly embarrassed. It just proves that these rankings that come out, best O-line, best wide receiving core, it means nothing because we don't play common opponents. You could rush for 500 yards a game in like some I don't even know what, like ABC conference and be the number one rushing team in the nation. That doesn't mean anything. Come on, man. Best O-line next year. Give me a break.
We're not the best. We're not. We're very, very good. Sharon Moore is awesome. We ain't the best. I mean, we saw what a Georgia D line can do. We were an awesome unit. That's what that award is all about. A great unit. We don't have the individual beasts. Like we need like 5 Conerleys, okay? And Conerly isn't even going to pick us in the end, okay?
Oh, come on.
We need 5 friggin' beasts. And you know what helped? What helped was those 2 Virginia studs. Okay, so the future is somewhat bright. The Mormon on mission and the new transfer center. Okay, that gives me a little hope. Okay, I'll take that. We accumulate some mammoth beasts like that to go against who's their guy, that Jordan whale of a player who chased down Corum from behind. Are you freaking kidding me? No, our O-line cannot stack up against those Georgia behemoths, okay? No way. But it was a great season, and what can you do? Just being realistic. Bagman, we miss you. This is where you should shine. Bring your intellectual, cerebral, perspective, okay? So I'll sprinkle a little Bagman in there for you. It's the truth. But it was but JC's right. It was a wonderful, glorious season. I'm gonna turn on this team like friggin' Square, who you can barely tell he's a Michigan fan or not. What the heck? Come on, man.
Come on, man. We would have won with better coaching. We would have had a chance with better
coaching.
Come
on, Square.
Come on, man. You know it.
And don't forget Donovan Edwards. He looked pretty good that game, even though we were getting shellacked. I told you, my player of the game for the Michigan football team was going to be Donovan Edwards, and he showed up. And I'm sure he's licking his chops today because Hassan Haskins finally declared, so he's probably really excited that he's going to get some prime time. I'm glad Hassan Haskins wrote out his declaring for the draft via a Twitter and not an interview. Good for Hassan. I'm gonna miss Hassan, but hopefully he gets on the NFL stage and get some sideline interviews, so we can kind of revisit some of those.
Oh god,
scratching his head right here.
Okay. So back to my insider information. Obviously, when I went down there, we actually got to the hotel, the Diplomat Hotel, where all the players were staying. And we had an inside connection into kind of just being around the whole day there, and also getting connected to some people that were we got to see a lot of the players, obviously, that are around there, but talk to some of the coaches, assistant coaches. I won't say who, but some of the assistant coaches that were there. They're all JJ McCarthy, I think. There's definite, like, JJ is it. And they're kind of moving towards that. But 2, one of the things that they really noticed about afterwards, they're talking about this after party, was there was that play where Donovan Edwards on the split out to the left, right? And then he was going to go jet across, and then they were going to pass it to him. They did. But before that play actually happened, Kirby Smart was running down the sideline. We actually switched positions, so we're actually row 8 behind the Georgia bench. Kirby Smart ran down the sideline, started yelling at all his defensive players, pointing to Donovan Edwards, being 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. And they knew what play was happening, who was going to get the ball. I mean, that was kind of testament to what Squirrel was saying. Like the coaching on Georgia, I think they just scouted out literally as well as they could every possible thing that we've ever thrown out, and they were ready for it. And you could tell they knew kind of like what plays were going to happen in our setup. So I kind of agree with both defensive and offensive coaching, it just seemed very next level downwards from what Georgia could do. So that's all part of the game too. This is our first playoff semifinal. The hat, $32. Thank you very much, all stitched. But they knew, and we didn't outplan them. There was things that they took advantage of, and then things that they expected. And what can you do? That's what will happen in a game when they know how to outcoach us.
You know, it's kind of easy to coach N'Kobe Dean.
Who?
Get 45 stars.
Yeah, even Sean Nua did a good job with Aiden Hutchinson, you know, and we're not going to miss him too much, you know. All right. Thanks for the memories, Nua.
Whoa.
Wow.
Fire, right?
Wow.
He just announced today, right, that he's leaving.
Just saying, kind of easy to coach up studs like you know, Devin Bush and company. Come on.
Wow. Just turning on so many people right now after just one loss. Holy smokes. Listen, here's what I was feeling during the game. When Michigan deferred, we lost we won the coin toss, and we decided to defer the second half. I thought that was a perfect call. I thought that the Michigan defense, would be able to stop them on their first drive. But man, oh man, like you guys were saying, that game plan that they came up with to keep them short passes, swing out some running backs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It all added up to Georgia being ahead of schedule that whole entire drive. They never had anything worse than a 3rd and short. It was either from a 2nd down, 1st down situation, 3rd and short, or, you know, they never got into a situation where we could bring the thunder and lightning of Ojabo and Hutchinson. That just never came to be a factor at all in that first drive. And then he just marched down like it was nothing. But even then, I wasn't worried because we had seen that before in other games. And I thought that McDonald would be able to scheme something to adjust. Unfortunately, that adjustment didn't come until the second half. But then making it even worse was, you know, some of the, lack of execution, I'll just put it that way, that we saw from certain players. I won't name names. I don't think it's necessary. We all know, you know, there were certain things that were just egregious. It is just egregious just so disappointing. But all those little things added up to a 27-3 halftime deficit. But the thing that I thought would get us right in the first half that didn't go our way, I'm not gonna lie, it was that 4th and 4 on our first drive. When they called, let's go for it, I was like, yeah, that's what we should do. I was all on board. But then when it was thrown a little bit behind, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit behind, and it turned into an incomplete. That just, I don't know why, but all the wind from our sails just kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know why it was so deflating, but I'm not gonna lie, inside it felt so deflating. Like it was right there to convert on a 4th and 4. And if we had converted that 4th and 4, who knows what momentum we could have and should have gained and how this game would have turned out different. But man, oh man, once we didn't hit that 4th and 4, I don't know why, but just, my heart sank. My heart sank. And then, you know, it was like one thing after another. And then before you know it, 27-3. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on?
I totally hear you, Reg, on that disappointing 4th and 4. Of course, who in Wolverine Nation wasn't? But I don't know. I mean, this was not a loss where it was due to a loss of momentum. I mean, we were just thoroughly outmatched, and you saw. I felt like they had fight well past that point in the game. I was watching with my sister, and I was like, even in the first drive after they won the toss, like you said, I was like telling her, "Don't worry, this is Michigan football. First defensive series, almost always, 9 times out of 10, we look like Swiss cheese.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We haven't given up an opening drive touchdown all season.
That doesn't mean we don't look like Swiss cheese. The chunks are calm. They'll bend because this is while it's unfolding. Like they're getting chunks, eight, never breaking a sweat, and then we bend. Maybe we give up a field goal, as it gets down to the red zone. Common. I mean, we would see them really tighten the screws frequently with the very next series in most games. So like, don't even worry about it. Like Reg said, we've seen this so many times, and they did show fight, but man, this was boys against men.
Come on, I don't know if it's that extreme. Come on, Doc.
Yeah.
Come on, Nameless.
Yo, this game could have been. This is the game that could have been like 60-11. They stopped wanting to score. Come on, man.
Come on, man. No.
I think
just saying.
There was a couple plays that this. I'll put it this way: the difference in talent meant that we had to play a near perfect game.
Yeah.
And we did far from that.
Yeah.
I mean, opening up the second half with like 3 turnovers in a row, it ain't gonna work. And then having 2 really big chunk plays on defense where it just, for lack of a better word, just spacing out and then, just allowing those big plays to happen. You're just like, what in the world? Those are just things that are near impossible to overcome when you're facing a team as talented as Georgia.
Yeah.
I honestly thought, though, that if we were able to come out at least even keel in the first quarter, I thought we would have more than a puncher's chance going the rest of the way. But, man, oh, man, that first quarter, once we did hit that fourth down, oh, golly.
If you
then
remember,
it just started showing. It just showed. What was the linebacker's name? The linebacker for Georgia. What's that young man's name?
Nakobe Dean?
Is it Dean or Neal? I can't remember. What's his name? The linebacker. That young man had a
Nolan Smith.
Huh?
Nolan Smith.
No, not Smith. I think it was like Neal or Dean or something.
Dean.
Dean? Oh my goodness gracious. That young man, holy cow. I mean, he had a heck of a game, and sometimes you just got to give it up to people when it doesn't matter what you scheme. It doesn't matter what you scheme. They're gonna outplay your scheme, and that's a young man that unfortunately for us, his tenacity, drive, and all that other stuff, but his talent just made our schemes almost irrelevant. So I gotta raise my glass.
Hey, everyone remembers that play where he was just screaming across the field, like all the way across. And that was like Devin Bush-esque. I mean, freaking animal. And with the Aiden like fire, like to your point, Reg, he willed his team to victory. I mean, he was the engine. I mean, not that they even needed it. They were already superior. I mean, geez.
Oh, I don't know about so superior. Come on now. Come on.
We got eyes. We saw the game.
I don't want to dwell so much on this game. I don't know how much more you want to. It was a magical season. Unranked team. It was the first ever unranked team to go march into the playoffs. Big Ten championship. Beat OSU. Set the stage for the many years to come. Just a glorious season. Glorious season.
2% chance to number 2 in the country. Absolutely. We overplayed our stock,
We played in the week. We played in the week Big Ten.
Wow, this guy. We did well in the bowl games all across the board.
I'm overlooking back. Like I said, I outdid myself this season.
Oh,
You know,
Oh my God.
I like just Mozzie Smith calling
My God.
calling Donovan Edwards player of the game. I was the first person in the shadow of the big house to call out David Ojabo after the first game when he had the lowest PFF grade.
True.
People
True.
were ridiculing him. People were ridiculing him. But I was like, no, I saw something. I saw some fast twitch muscles, right? Even though he had that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty in the first game that cost us a first down, I said, no, this man is going to be something special. Watch.
Hey, I would like our head coach Jim Harbaugh to go back and watch as much film as you did of the Shadow of the Big House episodes to pull out that stuff from like the first game. Come on, Jim Harbaugh. Why don't you take a note from JC from Sunnyside and watch some film, some game film, and give us something we can build on.
By the way, David Ojabo, really great guy, very kind. After the game was over, we're at the Players Hotel again. We're about to leave. I spotted him. I was like, hey, David, great game. Or I didn't say great game. What did I say? I said, thank you for this year. And then, do you mind taking a photo? He's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. Took the photo. He actually looked at it and he was like, yo, that's not good enough. Let's do it again. So we took the photo twice and to do that. So props to 55, David Ojabo. We hope you have a great NFL career. Gave it all for us, big guy. We appreciate your effort. That's on there. Salutes. Hands off to you. Also, Hassan Haskins said hi to him. Gave him a fist bump. Very nice guy as well. Hoping for his success in the NFL too, declaring that's going out there. Didn't see much of Aiden. No hidden. He wasn't out there much.
Yeah, just like during the game.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Just the hateration. Just oh my goodness.
Did Aiden even get a hand on that quarterback at all?
Oh, he's there are several plays he tried to run him down but couldn't even catch him.
He did once.
That guy was quick though.
After the game when he shook his hand.
Oh, holy smokes!
Gosh.
He ran after him like Molly McGrath running after Jim Harbaugh.
Whoa.
Anyways,
I will reluctantly give a little props to JC. You made some good points. You do have good vision and spot a lot of key things. I mean, those fast twitch muscles, you do seem to have an eye for that. Kind of like last year.
Come on, man.
Michael Barrett, same vision, same twitching. Michael Barrett.
But he came back. He overtook.
He did come on. He did come on.
You know, the coaches saw something that they shouldn't have seen. I mean,
coaches saw that our outside linebackers are horrible, so they had to put someone back in.
Anyway,
look for those fast twitch muscles. I'm very familiar with those fast twitch muscles.
oh,
Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, no.
Hey, but the future is bright. I mean, seeing Blake Corum, JJ McCarthy, Andrew Anthony, Donovan Edwards, all out there just looking at what is possible. If you had those kind of guys as part of your program, you're going to go far. So I appreciate the effort that they put in. They understood this game, this team meant a lot for this year, and they want to see this go forward. And, props to Aiden for being the captain and being able to rally the troops and to set the culture straight. And I appreciate that even more because that will have longer lasting effects than his lack of sacks in the championship game.
And don't leave out Mike Morris, big-eyed Mike Morris.
Mike Morris, too.
oh man. Yeah, I mean, as disappointed as I am with the game, I can't be disappointed with the season. I just can't. It's the memories that I have, because one of the things that we talked about last season was I said, I miss having Michigan memories because there was such a dry spell of Michigan football creating these memorable moments, that we can look back on with fondness. And this season, oh man, there was just so many memorable moments that I'm gonna look back on, with a smile, So I raise my glass to this team and all they accomplished. First and foremost, no matter what you want to say, one thing you can't deny them is this: that team was the Big Ten champions of the 2021 football season. And for a team that nobody believed in, except for certain people, I don't want to name names, but we know who stuck by this team. But anyway, it's not about that. It's about the team coming through and winning when they had to, setting goals and reaching. So I raise my glass to the team, Coach Harbaugh, and the rest of the staff.
Well said, Reg. I raise my glass to you too. Broken clock. That's right. 2 times a day, every day, baby.
Wow.
Hey, we should also.
That's this. Backhanded compliments. That's what this.
We should also give shout outs to those who left comments during the season, like Poopman a song, or I don't know who else did. I know .com left some comments. There's a guy that nobody knows who often leaves comments. I can't remember his name now.
Andrew.
We want to meet you, Andrew. Show your face. And I don't know who else. Taiwanese guy, man, Chinese man, Steve Eaton. All these subscribers. We appreciate you guys.
You put food on the table. You give us reasons to get together.
Oh,
Are we
man.
missing anyone else? Or are those the 6 people who comment all the time?
You can't forget Big Rock. Big Rock always.
Oh,
comments.
Big Rock.
Come on now.
Big Rock. We're waiting for you to show your face again.
Look, this glass that I'm raising was actually sent by Big Rock. So a special raising of the glass to Big Rock.
Yeah, he was asking about that last time I saw him a little while ago. Why
What
you
was
guys
that?
don't use those glasses?
Because we had to wait to drink our bourbon. But once we won that championship, I broke out the bourbon.
That's a
Bourbon.
wonderful rock glass that you nearly just
I know.
crashed and destroyed the beginning of
This
the
close
show.
to being shattered. Oh, it would have been from the shattered of the big house. Holy smokes.
Oh, God.
My arm is still full of bourbon. Holy smokes. Anywho.
Hey, 12-2 after a 2-4 season. Yeah, what playoffs? Got to the playoffs. We actually scored in the playoffs, as opposed to some other Big Ten teams that didn't score anything in the playoffs. But
I mean, the fact that it brought Mama Cho out of the woodwork to change her profile picture to Hassan Haskins and be like, I can't wait for the next game. Let's order some wings. Ooh.
whoa.
Special season.
Special season. Oh man, Michigan memories, man. That's what it is. There's some great Michigan memories this season. I'm gonna look back finally on this team, man. Hassan Haskins,
Oh yeah.
David Ajabo, Chris Hinton, Dax Hill. I don't know. Has he declared yet?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He gone.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure I'm forgetting other folks, but these guys, they're gonna have a special place in my heart. Can't forget Jake Moody, Vistardis. Oh my goodness gracious, this is a special.
Yo, man. Bottom line is, just like Squid Game, if you're not last man standing, you're dead, just like everyone else.
Jeez.
Holy smoke!
Come on.
Team 142 탈락됐습니다.
Wow. He's Squid Game.
This guy,
He's Squid Game.
it's so morose. Oh my gosh. No way, man. No way. No way.
Don't worry, team 143. We'll let it rip.
This guy, take it easy. Take it easy. Holy smokes. Wow. Yeah, but like you guys were saying before, I think, who said it? Was it JC? I think this is an inflection point, I'm excited about next season, even though we do lose a lot of key guys, like I just mentioned. I feel good about the core that's still behind. I feel good about the coaching staff that still remains. And I'm more excited about, some key guys that we lost early in the season coming back. Guys like Ronnie Bell, So I think there's going to be an exciting offseason. I'll put it that way. And I'm going to be just itching with anticipation during the summer. Once August hits, holy smokes, the anticipation level is going to be like, holy smokes. Oh, well, what am I talking about? It's only January. It's only January, for crying out loud. I'm already getting excited about the next football season.
But so much is happening.
Yeah. And it's going to seem much longer because our basketball team is,
Oh gosh.
But
let's not talk about it.
But yeah, I mean, we got to give a shout out to Gaddis. We dogged on him the last couple of years. He finally showed up because he had some of his players now. He kind of showed up with a little speed and space. Next year, I think we're going to take that speed and space to another level. He's got a quarterback that can run, mobile. We got some wideouts. Ronnie Bell's coming back. Donovan Edwards, Corum. Again, the number one O-line in the country. I'm going to say it again. Number one O-line in the country. I think we're going to be devastating next year.
Oh, don't forget Eric All. Eric All coming back.
Eric All. So as long as we have a defense that's serviceable, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we're back in this position.
We need Eric All's huge. Ronnie Bell's huge. Yes, all that. We need Harbs, baby. That's far from a done deal. Michigan Nation, we don't deserve him. We don't appreciate him.
Oh my God.
We don't deserve him.
You're gonna start squarehead again. You're gonna start squarehead.
I don't blame him.
Rev it up, baby. Rev it up.
But he needs to come back and stay home. The man needs to get paid.
Paid for
Wrap
what?
up the deal.
He doesn't do anything.
Wrap up
Dude,
the deal.
Jim Harbaugh, I hope you're reading the letters that I write you. I hope you're opening them. I hope you're clicking on the emails that I sent to you. Please go coach in the NFL.
Wow.
So you can prove that you're just a mediocre coach. Another mediocre coach who just happened to go to the Super Bowl once, caught lightning in a bottle with the 49ers. Great. Didn't do jack otherwise as a coach. Came here, wins one Big Ten championship in 6 years? When he promised championship after championship, now he's the savior of us all? Come on, man. Jim Harbaugh, please go coach in the NFL.
You had to stir it up, Nameless. You had to stir it up.
He's my guy, and I want him back, even if not all of Michigan Nation do. I'm not ashamed to put it out there. We need him back. Stay home, Jimbo.
Wow. What happened to guarding your heart? So forget guarding your heart. Holy smokes.
There's nothing to guard when it comes to Jim Harbaugh. He's the man. Nobody bleeds bluer. Nobody. Okay? Nobody gonna
come on, man. Man.
Nobody.
What do you think about your pick? I do this for free. Then do it. Do it for free, Jim Harbaugh. Walk the talk. Walk the talk. Come on, man.
He did do it for free. He coached the CFP for free. He gave back all
almost like $3 million back to U of M, the staff.
Yeah.
That's not coaching for free.
The whole playoffs and the Big Ten championship, he basically coached for free because all that bonus money he gave back to the university.
Even
he coached for free. He gave it back to the university. So he was coaching for free.
Give it all back. Give it all back. Coach for free last 3 games doesn't mean he's coaching for free.
Sure he does. He coached for free for 3 games.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on. What do you mean, come on, man? Literally, the man coached for free. All the bonus money that he would get for those games, he gave back.
They were talking about his salary pay cut, and he said, "I don't care about salary pay cuts. I would coach for free."
Yeah, but think about this. His salary got cut in half. It's not like he got cut in like, 500 grand out of, 10 million. No, it was cut in half. It was like, it's all right. It's all right. And then when he had the chance to get all of that money back, he said, you know what? No, it's okay. Let's give it back and let's share it with the University of Michigan community. So I raise my glass to being a real Michigan man, because that's what it means to be a Michigan man. To be part of the Michigan family and to care for the entire Michigan family. The entire family. I raise my glass to that. It's beautiful. Anyway, any other thoughts? Holy smoke.
Let's take it home, big boy.
Well, gentlemen, like JC from Sunnyside said, I'm not sure how many more shows we're going to do this year until football season, because the basketball team is struggling just a little bit. Things are not turning out the way I thought they would for the basketball team. If we do more shows with the basketball team, it might just be me, because I don't know if anybody else is going to jump on the show. I'll be quite honest. Holy smokes. Anywho, this Michigan football team, though, I'm going to look back fondly on this season. Very fond. So I have zero complaints. And it's got me just riled up and revved up and ready to rock and roll going forward. Like I said, I know it's January, but I'm already excited. To see what happens this fall. Whew. Gentlemen, any final thoughts before we close it out?
Feels like it's just like a beginning. Like the man said, feels like it's just the beginning.
It's a wonderful way to put it. Fellas, this is the last football show, so if you want to, one final word for the folks before we go.
Just a big appreciation for all the seniors who are leaving, all the alums that declare for the draft. They have a footprint in changing this culture, and I think it's been a great season and a great shadow of the house. It's just been another wonderful season with the 5 of us, had some special guests. I think we're growing also as a broadcast here.
Not really.
We've grown by 100% in our subscribers. And I think we're taking this to the next level next season also. So tip our hat to us.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the rest of my compatriots on this channel. You all have great, wonderful insights, and I appreciate your different personalities. Hey, here's to 2022.
Yeah, boys.
I just want to say the Fire Juwan campaign may start soon.
Oh, gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. You know what? I don't want to leave it on that. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to raise my glass one last time to a dude, Cade McNamara. Cade, we're much doubted this whole season. I'm going to raise my glass to you, my man. You're a fine leader, fine quarterback. And I'm glad you're a part of this Michigan team. So I raise my glass to you. All right, man. Anywho, Gentlemen, thank you for all your insights and your funny quips this 2021 season. I raise my glass to all of you as well. We finally say for one last time for the 2021 football season, go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.
Move.